Hi friends, and welcome to your 30-minute gentle yoga flow. My name is Michaela and I'm really happy to have you here. We are going to be moving nice and slow today, focusing on breath awareness and just noticing how it helps to create space within your physical body, but also your mind as well. Okay, and if you want some music to listen to, I've linked a playlist below. Hit play as soon as we're on the mat together and I will see you when you're ready. Okie dokie, if you're gonna listen to the music and the playlist, let's hit play together in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, and can you please start in a comfortable seat? I'm gonna suggest cross-legged, but if you wanna sit back on your heels or maybe find a pillow to sit on, you're more than welcome to. And just let your hands rest on your knees. Try to feel a bit more length into your spine, really rooted into your sits bones and lifting up through the top of your head, but finding this balance between effort, but not too much force. Now take a big inhale through your nose, breathe and expand your belly. Big exhale, sigh it out. Let your body drop into this moment and into this space. One more big inhale. And a big exhale. No rush, my friends. You're here. You've already made the choice to show up. So let's keep that intention throughout our entire practice, to be here for you. Now, as you inhale, start to bring your heart, your chest forward. Lift your chin, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, round through your spine, tuck your chin into chest, arching through the back, or rounding through the back rather. Yeah, and then your inhale brings that arching into your back. Good, opening the front body. Exhale, feeling into the back body. Again, you can be doing this from a cross-legged seat or sitting back on your heels. Big exhale. One more, in and out. Good. Now, if you're not in a cross-legged position, please find your way there. Bring your right hand down, reach left arm up, and then tilt over to the right side. Put a little bend into your right elbow, but try to keep both glutes grounded. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. Now slowly start to reach that left arm forward, lowering your chest. Right arm comes to meet the left. And then you're just hanging out here with that hinge forward of your chest, a seated forward fold, but keeping those legs in that crisscross position so that you can really work into the outer glutes, the hips, the low back. Find your breath. Try and smooth and lengthen it out a little bit more than what you're used to. Inhale slow. And exhale. Awesome. Now very gently lift your chest back up. Hands can come to the knees. Do a couple little circles around with your torso. Yeah, getting that energy circulating. And come back to center. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, start to bend that left elbow. Reach your right arm over to the left side, any amount. A reminder again, we're trying to find a little bit of effort, but not to the point where we're forcing and where it just feels stiff and icky, right? We want this to be a gentle opening. Big breath into the right side body. Yeah, now reach that right arm forward, hinging with your chest, and left arm comes to meet it. Fingertips reach right out in front and let your head drop heavy. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good, and find your way back up. Yes. And then come to a tabletop position, please, when you're ready. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Take an inhale to drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your chin. As you exhale, round through your spine and tuck your chin into chest. Good, now come to a neutral tabletop. I'll just turn around so you can see what's gonna happen here. And reach your right leg over to the right side. You can ground the inner edge of your foot down if you'd like, so your ankle lines right up with your hip. Left hand is gonna stay right where it is. Good, now inhale, reach your right arm up and open, twist to the right side. You got it. Nice and slow. Exhale, right arm is going to thread behind the left, and you can start to bend your left elbow so that your right shoulder gets closer to the mat, but it doesn't have to touch. Good. Inhale to lift right arm up and open. Open through the chest, the shoulder. Exhale, right arm threads under the left. Maybe you bend that left elbow. You lower a little bit more. Good. One more round here, friends. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, now come back up, right hand comes down, and then I want you to wiggle the left knee out a couple more inches, left ankle comes in, so you can sit back on your left heel, right toes lift up. Yeah, reach your arms forward a little bit more, maybe the forearms ground, maybe the forehead rests down, or maybe you stay a little bit lifted. How's that right inner thigh feeling? Send your breath into it. Remind your body that you are totally safe here. You're in control. You decide where you want to be. One more big breath in. And a big breath out. Lovely. Find your way back up. Your left knee comes in line with your hip, and we're just going to try and sweep that right leg back and behind so it stays lifted and your right ankle is in line with your right hip. Just hold and breathe. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, draw your right knee towards your chest, round your spine, look towards your right knee. Inhale, right leg reaches long back and behind. Hold. Tuck your left toes and try to reach the right leg up and back, three-legged downward facing dog. Hips are level. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Yeah, now slow shift forward. Right knee comes through towards your chest and ground your right knee down inside of your right wrist. Your ankle comes down as well. Left knee drops down. And wiggle your left leg back and behind, landing in a pigeon pose. Equal weight on both hips. Good. You can stay nice and tall here. You can hinge forward and ground onto your forearms. Or if you want to move with me nice and slow, we're going to find some spinal waves throughout this pigeon posture. Okay, tense your fingertips, lift up tall spine. Take your hands a little bit wider, maybe outside of the mat. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lower your chest towards your shin, let the head drop. Inhale to push into the fingertips, lift your torso, head is the last thing to come up. Good, now just move at your own pace here. Feeling into that wave-like motion through the spine. And really focusing on your breath and how it supports your body throughout this opening, throughout your expression right here. On that next inhale, lifting your chest up wherever you are, holding here as you exhale. Good. Now sit over onto your right hip. Bring your left leg right out in front of you. Ground it down. And then you'll have your right foot so it's lined up with the inner thigh, your left inner thigh. Nice. Arms reach up overhead. Big inhale. Exhale. Hinge forward over top of that left leg. You got it. 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more. Let the shoulders soften. Let them round even so that this is just super passive. Complete surrender, letting yourself drop in. Good. And with your next inhale breath, lift your torso, lift your chest. Bring your right hand back and behind you. Fingertips point to the back. And then come onto your right knee. Press into your left heel. Reach the hips up. Reach the left arm towards the top edge of your mat. Full breath into that left side body, especially the front of that left hip. Maybe even draw a big circle with that left arm around. Go slow because it feels good. Awesome job. And then from here, my friends, bring your left hand down and just shift to a tabletop position. Oh, here we go. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your tailbone, lift your chin. Exhale, round through your spine, tuck your chin into chest. Come to a neutral tabletop. And extend your left leg out and over to the left side. Good. Your inner edge of the foot might ground down. That entire foot might ground down, whatever feels best. And then your ankle's lined up with your hip. Hello to that inner thigh. We're just open it up a little bit. Nice. Now your left hand is going to stay down. Yep, left hand will stay down. Nope, right hand will stay down. Inhale, left arm reaches up and open. Here we go. And exhale, thread your left arm behind your right. You might bend your right elbow so your left shoulder can lower a bit. Good. Inhale to lift back up and open. Go slow, slow, slow. Exhale to thread it under. This is a big opening through the hips, through the inner thighs, the shoulders. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale to bring your left hand down, and then sweep your left leg up, back, and behind you. If you need to readjust, find those wiggles, find those adjustments, you got it. Your ankle is right in line with your hip. Hug your low belly in, feel into this shape. A moment of activation and strength. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bend your left knee, draw it towards your chest, round your spine, and look underneath towards the left knee. Good, then inhale, reach your left leg back and behind you. Hold it here, tuck your right toes, and try to lift your left leg up and back, finding your three-legged downward facing dog. Hips are level, let your head go. Big breath in, big breath out. And slow shift forward, left knee comes through towards your chest. Ground your left knee down inside of your wrist. Your shin comes down, your right knee comes down, and just wiggle into this pigeon pose, feeling how it is today. Every day might be a little different. Hips are level. You might stay on your hands, you might come onto your forearms, or maybe those spinal waves felt really nice. You could move with me if you'd like. Tent your fingers outside of the mat, tall spine to start. Breathe in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lead with your heart. Go all the way down as far as you want to go. Let the head drop heavy. Inhale, push into the fingertips. Lift from the upper back. Your head is going to be the last to come on up. Good, moving at your own pace. The inhale pairs with that lift. The exhale dropping you down. Maybe finding one more round here. Good, and wherever you are, slowly start to lift your torso, lift your chest, breathe in. Stay as you exhale. And just lean over onto that left hip. Bring your right leg forward and just make sure your ankle's right in line with your hip. Left knee is out to the left side, bottom of the foot in line with your right inner thigh. Reach your arms up, get nice and tall, big inhale. And exhale, hinge forward over that right leg. You can lower any amount, maybe hands down, maybe forearms down. And let the head drop. 2 breaths. Good. Notice where you feel this stretch and this opening the most, and send your breath into that space. Last one here. Yeah, now come all the way up, please. Left hand comes back in behind you. Fingertips point to the back. Press into the left hand, the left knee, the right heel. Lift your hips up, reach your right arm all the way back and behind. Breathing into the front of that right hip. Awesome job. Big breath in and a big breath out. Yes, come all the way down, pretty please. And take a seated position with your feet in front of you. Reach your arms right out in front. Big inhale. As you exhale, round your spine, roll down nice and slow. Head and shoulders are gonna reach the mat. Arms reach up overhead. Lengthen out your body. Full body stretch. Inhale. And exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little rock side to side. A little bit of a massage across the low back. Nice. One more breath in and out. Find your way to center. Hold on behind your knees. Give yourself a gentle rock up. Feet are gonna ground, reach the arms forward, and then round your spine slow, lowering head and shoulders down to the mat. Feet come in, knees come in towards the chest. A little rock, a little roll. Nice, so just breaking down this movement that sometimes we do really quickly in a vinyasa or maybe a power class, and just feeling it out in a different way. Hold on behind your knees, slight tuck of chin into chest as you rock up. Feet come down, reach the arms forward, and then round your spine. Roll down slow, slow, slow. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll, draw circles with the knees, breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Now one more here. Hold on behind your knees, friends. Rock on up. Good. Seated position. Arms reach forward. Tall spine. Exhale. Just lean back a little bit. Yeah, Navasana boat pose. You can totally have your feet grounded for this. If you want, you might lift the legs up. See how that feels today in your body. One breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now from here, come towards a tabletop position, however you want to get there. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips up, reach them all the way back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Finding length in your spine. And maybe a little movement. Pedal out your heels. A gentle shake of your head. Wiggle out your jaw. Soften the muscles in your face. Just drawing attention to those areas, right? Big breath in. And a big breath out. Yeah, gaze forward and gently step your right foot up and in between your hands. Bring your left knee down, untuck your toes, and rise up to a low lunge. Arms lift up overhead, shoulders stack over the wrists. Good. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale to reach up, and exhale, tilt over to the right side. Yeah, full body breath into that left line of your body. So all the way from left wrist to your elbow, to your shoulder, throughout your rib cage, left hip, all the way down to that left knee. Big inhale. And exhale. Bring it back through to center, please. And hands are going to come down to frame your front foot. Now tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up. Yeah, and then drop your left heel down so you've got like a front heel to inner arch alignment. Use the strength of your legs, rise all the way up, arms out wide, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Do a little check for me. Is your knee in line with your big toe and your second toe? Right toes are pointing straight out in front. Good, and then drop the shoulders a little bit. Yeah, maybe even bend the elbows, palms flip open. Sometimes that feels really nice for the shoulders. Just a different expression. Close the eyes if you can. Feel strength in your legs. Feel openness across your chest and your heart. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Now reach your arms up, straighten through your right leg. Bring your right toes in so they're parallel with your left. Hands come to your hips. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Take a wide leg forward fold. Let your arms drop wherever they want to. Let your head drop heavy and shift your weight into the middle of your feet. 3 breaths. Feeling that traction in the spine as your torso hangs heavy, and definitely breathing into the back lines of your legs. 1 more, in and out. Yeah. Now press into your fingertips, lift your chest about halfway, and then walk your hands to the front of the mat. Spin your toes forward so your hands frame your front foot. Step your right leg back to meet your left, and then immediately bring the knees down so you're in a modified plank. Good. Slow and steady. Bend your elbows, lower your chest all the way down to the mat. Inhale to lift your chest. Baby cobra, hold right here. So your forearms and your palms can be grounded, but there's hardly any weight in them. You're using the strength in the back line of your body. Exhale, lower your chest. Good, now walk your feet out a bit wider. Tops of the feet are gonna ground down. Press into your hands and your forearms and come into a Sphinx pose. You might have your elbows, just adjust them a little bit so they're right underneath of the shoulders. Palms of the hands face down. A little bit of active energy here, grounding into the forearms and the palms, and feeling as if you could pull yourself and drag yourself forward a little bit so that the chest becomes a little bit more open. Yeah, nice. Big breaths. And 1 more, inhale and exhale. Amazing, just take your elbows out wide, lower your chest down, let your head rest wherever feels best. Bend your knees and a little windshield wiper of your feet side to side, neutralizing through your spine. 1 breath in through the nose, maybe a big sigh out the mouth. Yeah, now let your feet drop down, hands come beside your chest, gaze comes back to center. Push up into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, reach them back, downward facing dog. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Look forward and just gently step your left foot up. And in between your hands, bring your right knee down, untuck your toes, and lift your chest, lift your arms. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good, a lot of length in your spine here. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale to reach up, get tall. Exhale, tilt over to the left side, feeling into that entire right side line of your body. And pulling in that breath awareness. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to come back through to center. And exhale, hands come down to frame your left foot. Now tuck your right toes and lift your right knee up. You might even look back and behind you. Drop your right heel down so that you could almost draw a line from your front heel to the back inner arch of your right foot. Windmill the arms up and open and find that warrior 2, maybe that different expression of bending your elbows, palms of the hands flip open. Yeah, good. Now feel as if you could stretch the mat out in opposite directions. That's how strong and rooted you are in your legs and your foundation. Chest remains open. Maybe close the eyes, trust your body. Notice what you feel. And with your next inhale, straighten through the left leg. Arms reach up, gaze goes up. Bring your left foot in so it's parallel with the right. Start to hinge from the hips, taking that wide leg fold all the way down once again. Now this time, an invitation to do something different if you would like. Hold on to opposite elbows and then just start to bend into one knee. Send your torso towards that knee. Bend into the other, sway your torso over to the other side. Little shift, side to side. If you need to wiggle in a little bit more, make those little shifts and adjustments. That works for you, works for your body. Yeah, just listen to those messages your body's sending you. 1 more breath. And please find your way back to center. Ground your hands. Gently heel toe your feet back in line with your hips. And then gently bring one knee down, then the other. Sit back on your heels. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears and back down. Awesome. Now can you reach both fingertips down towards the mat? They don't have to touch. My arms are obnoxiously long, so mine do, but they don't have to touch. Now reach them back another inch or so. Good. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Now you might stay right here, or you start to bend your left elbow so that your left fingertips reach towards that right elbow crease. Okay. Good. Soften the face, wiggle out your jaw. Take 3 more very intentional breaths here. And last one together. Inhale. And exhale. Now release your left arm. Bring your gaze back to center. Good. Roll the shoulders up. And back down. Maybe reach the arms back another inch or so. Inhale. And exhale. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Ooh, I need it more on this side. I don't know about you, but one side is always tighter than the other. Now maybe bend your right elbow and your right fingertips just grip on to the left elbow crease, just to help hold you in place. And then can you choose to soften right away? And plant that seed in your mind and let it sort of grow and move through your system. Let that message travel throughout every muscle fiber, every breath. Full mind-body connection. And last breath, inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring everything back to center. Release your right arm. Reach the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, arms out wide. Bring it all the way down. Hands can rest on your thighs. Close your eyes or maybe take a soft gaze down. Can you give yourself a moment to really slow down and bring all of your awareness into your breath, into that experience? Five slow breaths. Really try to focus on how the inhale feels. And then notice and observe how the exhale feels. Last two. And last big breath just for you. Inhale. And exhale out. And if you feel called to remain in a seated position for a little bit longer, honoring your breath, your body, honoring sense of stillness, please feel free to stay. Okay, otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today, friends. It always feels so good to slow down with you, and I look forward to practicing with you next time.